Okay, so the next series is called, well, the book I read was called Infinity, but the series is called Chronicles of Nick, and it's by Sherrilyn Kenyon. And this is the only one in there that's a young adult series, because I think Sherrilyn Kenyon wrote adult books, but then this is kind of her first kind of young adult one. And I bought the book. It sounded really interesting in the back, and the colour and everything was brilliant, and I would show you that cover, but I hated the book so much and I knew I was never ever going to reread it. My sister needed something to give her friend for her birthday. She got her other little things, but she needed one more thing, and I gave her the book to give to the friend because it looked brand new. And yeah, I just told her I'm never going to reread this book. You can give her that book if you want, and she gave it to her, and who knows, she might have enjoyed it. But yes, it was just not good. It was like, I don't know, it was just all over the place. I don't even know how to describe it. It's about 14-year-old Nick, and he's dragged into this kind of paranormal world. And there was vampires, and there was demons, and there was zombies, and it was just crazy. It was all over the place. It was so confusing, and there were so many elements brought in, too much elements, and like, I don't know how they're going to solve it all in the next book. There was just so many characters, and I think there's like 3 of them now. I just did not enjoy it at all. I read the whole book. I mean, it had action and excitement in it. It was just, the storyline was just crazy. It was all over the place, confusing, and I just didn't like it. I hated it, and gave it away. So I won't be reading the next one on that one. So yeah, so Infinity by Sherrilyn Kenyon wasn't great. I don't really recommend it. Okay, so the 6th and final series. This is a strange one because, okay, well, I'll tell you the series first. It's called the Riley Jensen Guardian series by Keri Arthur. And this is the only series that I've read more than one book. I read the first 3 books in the series, and there's actually 9 out. And this is just totally personal opinion as well. They weren't my cup of tea. Basically, I should have known again by the covers. When I download books, sometimes I don't even see the covers, or when I look them up. I just didn't like, obviously I must have liked something about them, because I read the first 3. Like, it was about a girl called Riley Jensen, and she kind of worked for this, I don't know, it's kind of like a supernatural kind of policing agency, and her twin brother Rowland was there too, and he was kind of like an assassin, and everyone looked up to him. And she was just kind of like an office worker, and she wanted to get in the action, you know, do some field work. And obviously she's dragged into that when her twin brother goes missing. And she is a werewolf, but she also has a bit of vampire in her. But the thing that turned me off this again, it was a bit too much with the whole sex and love scenes, and like, she's a werewolf in it. So in the first book there's a week where she's in heat, and I just felt like she was just constantly like turned on, and I say for like 60% of the book she ends up being naked, and because, you know, like, she has to, like, when she turns into a werewolf, she has to strip, and everywhere she turns up she's naked. And then there's like a, you know, like a vampire lover, and there's like a werewolf lover, and it's a bit cheesy in a way. And like, I liked the whole brother-sister relationship in it, and, you know, she was kind of an endearing character in a way. It was just that whole love, sex and heat, cheesy werewolf vampire thing that turned me off. And I was going to go back and read the rest of them, but I didn't bother because I wasn't really interested enough to do that. So I don't really recommend the series. I mean, if you don't mind that whole romance novel type thing, I suppose this is a good type of a romance paranormal book, but I didn't really like them. I don't really like them in general. So yeah, that was my 6 books and series I don't recommend. I'm hoping to try and save you some time and maybe even money, so you don't have to go and see if they're any good yourselves. I just didn't think they were great. Okay, so that was all kind of negative, and I'm sorry to people out there who actually love these series, but I just didn't like them and don't think they're worth a read. But I want to leave you with something positive, so I'm going to let you recommend to you 3 really, really great series that I think you should definitely read. I'm picking the ones that kind of are in my head at the moment at being brilliant. And the first one, which is a series I just reread, and when I reread it, I loved it even more. Everything I loved about it the first time was amped up. I just thought it was brilliant, and even when I finished it, the series the second time, I wanted to read them again. And that is the Megan Chase series by Stacey Kane, and the link to the review I did on it is down below, and I just love this series. It's a trilogy of books, and I definitely think you should check them out. And the second series I'm recommending is The Disillusionists by Caroline Crane. It's a trilogy, but there's 2 books out so far, and the link to this review is also down below. I've only read this series once, because it's kind of only a couple of months ago I read it, but it's been in my head for so long. Every time I think of it, I think positive thoughts, because I love this so much, and I have to reread this soon. It's kind of on my to reread list. And the third series I'm recommending to you, that's in my head at the moment, is the Shifter series by Rachel Kane, and also the link to the reviews down below. I just loved these books so much, and there's 6 of them, and it's just a really exciting, brilliant, totally great series with great characters, and that's also recommended. So they're my 3 kind of recommended series of the moment, and I really think you should check them out. And that's kind of my review for today. So it's a bit different, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was useful to you. And if you have any comments or questions or recommendations or anything, let me know. And thank you very much for watching.